Do y'all want to go for a walk? I'm headed to surgery, and I went, oh my gosh, I forgot to eat something. They told me that I could eat breakfast, and I got up this morning and I had to edit a video. I had to do Larry's stuff, do farm chores, and I totally forgot about myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't eat. But I guess I'll be okay. Obviously, I don't have an appetite, or I would have remembered to eat, right? But I'm headed for surgery. I have to be there in about 30 minutes, and this is step one of beating cancer. Okay, love y'all. They just gave me bad news, so I've got to have 1, 2, 5 surgeries. Yeah, run to the skin doctor and get checked. Don't be me. Love y'all. Wish me luck. When you walk, do you look down or do you look out? I always, when I walk, I'm looking down at what I'm about to hit. When Shane walks, he walks with his head straight up like this. I'm like, how do you not trip? But he does that because he's so accustomed to hunting. So when he walks in the woods, he's looking for deer or raccoons or animals, and I'm like this. So he goes, Judy, look up. And I'm like this the whole time walking, and I drive him crazy. So I was just curious, what do you do? I guess it's just, like I said, a natural instinct when you're a hunter, and just, to look out at at nature. And I've tried to like walk like that. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to walk with my head up. I feel uncomfortable. See, did you see me glance down? I'm like, how do you do that? How do you not fall? See, I feel like I'm tiptoeing going down the hill because I feel like I need to see where I'm walking. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weirdo, but I feel like Shane's the weirdo. Today is Friday, and I had surgery yesterday. And Shane got up and he had to go to his second job today. He has 2 jobs. He is a teacher. It's really, when people go, what does your husband do for a living? This is the only way I know how to explain it. He's not a teacher where he teaches in a school setting, like he doesn't have kids. He teaches adults. But this is the only way I know how to explain it. But let's just say the state of Alabama is trying to get Toyota to bring a plant to Decatur. Okay? Well, in the negotiation with the state of Alabama, they were like, hey, if you bring that plant, I'll give you this or I'll give you that. They do that. Well, one of the things that the state of Alabama offers these big plants is they will send their mechanics or welders to school to get their certification for free if Toyota would bring a plant to Alabama. So Toyota makes the agreement and says, yes, we'll bring the plant to Alabama. So then Shane certifies all their employees for welding. So they send their employees, but he handles all these big companies with the state of Alabama, and he certifies all the welders. So he's not like in a school environment. So like he, doesn't get the summers off. He has to work during the summer, not like a regular teacher. So that's what Shane's primary job is. His secondary job is he has owned Snead's Welding, I think he said since 1996. And what he does is he works in the refrigeration part. So he works for chicken plants. He repairs their coals to keep the freezers, where the chicken stays in the freezer. And he told me, he's like, Judy, if you ever walked into a chicken plant, you would never eat chicken again. Never. He said it's disgusting. But he goes into freezers and he might repair the freezer or the refrigerator or something like that. So that's what he does on the side. He works for a bunch of different chicken plants and has worked for them as long as I've known him. So he has a really good relationship with them. So today he went to the chicken plant to repair something. I don't know. The bad thing about being a welder's wife is the fact that all these plants, when they need repairs, they have to shut the plant down. Well, that costs money. So they usually shut the plants down during the holidays when no one is at work. So Shane usually has to work Christmas, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. That's when Shane is the busiest, is those times of the year, because like I said, plants can shut down because employees are not there. Needless to say, Monday is Labor Day. So Shane had to work. He's also going to what we call Green Acres. One day, I'm going to take you to Green Acres. Green Acres, he's owned, I don't even know how long he's owned Green Acres. A long time. I think since his daughter was a little girl. So probably 30 years. And it's an old cabin. And it has maybe 3 acres. And it has a fence all the way around it. But then he just bought 18 acres beside it. So we actually have 21 acres in this little old cabin. I don't know, it's probably built in the 40s. It's just a little hunting cabin, nothing nice. And he enjoys going down there and hunting. So he's going down there because our air conditioning broke. So he's got to go repair that. Y'all look, I'm in the creek. Dry. Oh God, my cat followed me down here. Dry as a bone, no water. But we're still going to sit here at the creek. But you're not going to be able to hear the beautiful creek flowing because we haven't had any rain. All right. Yesterday, when I went to have surgery, the doctor, when they called me to tell me I had cancer, melanoma, I was driving. The lady was talking 100 miles an hour. She was just like, hey, you've got melanoma. We have to have surgery ASAP, blah, blah. And I was just like, it was just a little bit overwhelming. And so I misunderstood a lot that she was saying. So I actually have 3 spots that have to be operated on. The melanoma that's on my back, I have to have 2 surgeries. So I had the first surgery last week. The second surgery is this coming up Thursday. That's going to be a lot more intense. Kiki, I didn't want you to come to the creek. I'm scared you get boogers and get you. It's going to be a lot more intense. And he said, Judy, I need you to get everything you're going to do done this week. because next week it's coming to a halt. I was like, and I have stitches in my back now, but he said, you can do things this week. Next week, you're getting the... So I told Shane, I said, you go ahead and go to Green Acres, go handle the air conditioning. I'm going to do things I need to do around here. Larry's going to the nursing home today so I can get things done because I have 1 week and that is it. So my third surgery is September the 18th. That surgery is on my leg. That surgery I think is called MOB. So if you've had skin cancer, you know what I'm talking about. MOB is where they take layer by layer off and they go check it to see if it's got cancer, to know how deep to go into it. So that surgery is September the 18th. Petals from the Past is September the 20th. So I'm going to have a big gash cut out of my leg for petals, and I don't know what I'm going to feel like. My fourth surgery is October the 4th. That is melanoma on my arm. I asked the doctor, I said, can you do all these surgeries in the same day? And you know what he told me? No, because your insurance won't cover it. Of course, the insurance company can tell us what to do. So I have to go for 4 different visits to be cut on. So needless to say, I'm going to be down for the count for a while. What does that mean? What does it mean for Snead's Farmhouse? What does it mean? I don't know. People are asking me, Judy, what can I do for you? You know what you can do for me? Exactly what you do. Watch my content. Send me messages. I've gotten cards in the mail. Your friendship means the world to me, and that's what you can do for me. I don't need anything else. I'll be okay. I'm fine. I'm strong, and it's going to be fine. But he did ask me, he said, since you are on social media, I think it would be wise for you to spread awareness about melanoma. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about melanoma. When I walked into the doctor's office, you know, I don't know if you've ever been diagnosed with cancer, but they give you the cancer talk. Or they did me. Do you understand you have cancer? Do you understand the seriousness of this? Do you understand this can spread? Those type things. And it kind of will scare you to death. You know what I'm saying? But I have to go to the dentist, the eye doctor, and the girly girl doctor. Because the melanoma that I have can spread to my gums, my eyes, and my tootie toot. And I was like, so I'm like, I'm going to have doctor's appointments. All right. So, he just gave me the cancer talk and he began to tell me, he said, you do know that Bob Marley died in his 30s from what you have. Do you know that Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband died in his 30s for what you have? I need you to take this serious. And I'm like, I hear ya. But it'll kind of scare you, you know? Because a lot of people take melanoma. Oh, it's no big deal. They can do surgery and it's gone. He said, Judy, melanoma spreads, which is why you have to come back to the doctor every 3 months for a year. And then I'm going to graduate you to every 6 months for 2 years. And then if you're okay, then we'll go back to every year. I said, so let me make sure I understand. So the melanoma that you're taking off, I can get more melanoma within 3 months. He said, yes. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll pay attention. I said, well, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't, know anything about me. And I said, I have an outdoor job. I'm outdoors all the time. What can I do to take care of myself? He said, well, sunscreen is not the answer because people that work outdoors sweat. and you will sweat sunscreen off in no time. He goes, unless you just want to sit there and reapply every hour. He said, but I highly recommend the UVA shirts. And he said, you don't need to be outside in short sleeve shirts, nor you need to something on your head. So shout out. Let me show you. Shout out to Becky. She bought me this handmade Snead's Farmhouse hat that's wide brim, which is exactly what he told me. He said you need to cover your face and your ears. So if you follow another farm, or if you have family that's like me and has an outdoor job, these are things that you can recommend to them. Is the UVA shirts I got on Amazon. This shirt was $10. $10. You can't even buy a t-shirt for $10. So they're cheap. There were some on there for like $20, but they're not that expensive. And I will tell you that I'm going to have to get used to this because I'm hot. I'm in menopause too. But when you sweat in these shirts, it's almost like a cool sweat. But it does take some adjustment getting used to it. Come on, Kiki. Come on. I don't want my cat to stay on here. Come on, Kiki. You follow me. Come on. Oh my gosh. Kiki, you cannot stay down here. Oh my gosh. Ooh. It's got to be a coyote, but that's a big old coyote. I'm going to have to show Shane that footprint because that is huge. Look at this one. Wow. That's a raccoon. See up here. Kiki, we gotta go. Oh, Kiki. You ain't staying down here, neither am I. We get to dodge out of here. Anyway, this video is to spread awareness, and I'm hope to help someone's life be saved from cancer. You know, unfortunately, the protection that I'm doing today it protects me for 20 years from now, for me having melanoma. The damage that I've done has already been done. It's been done 20, 30 years ago when we used to lay in the tanning bed and put iodine. Did you do that? You know what? Did you ever put Crisco on yourself? Oh yeah, I was that girl in the backyard with Crisco or iodine and baby oil. But back then we didn't know. And that was what we did. And, you know, like I didn't fit in because I had fair skin. So, you know, I'm going to the tanning bed because I'm milky white. All that damage is catching up with me. Come on, Kiki. Come on. You got to go with your mama. She ain't staying down here. I know that was a lot to soak in, but I hope that this will save someone's life. Come on. Maybe she's following me back up here. Come on, Kiki. Shane's on his way home, and I am waiting on the bath lady to come to give Larry a bath. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but Larry will not take a bath in the nursing home. So I have to make sure he has a bath because he won't have a bath for 5 days because he refuses. And they can't force him to give him a bath in the nursing home. So Larry has terrible anxiety. He was up early this morning with his bags on his bed, and his heart, you know his heart rate was 114. His resting heart rate was 114 this morning. That's how bad his anxiety is.